Hello everyone, Voices here, and today I will be guiding you on how to play Yasuo in set 5-5. Let's do this. So, this is an idea of what the final comp should look like. Item-wise, for the Yasuo, it's not very different. Those two are core. You just need bows, right? And I know it's super contested, but that's just the best items on Yasuo, and that's by a fair margin. So you will need the RC and the Runans to be able to do a lot of damage, a lot of true damage to a lot of units. The last item is again being flex. It can be Hand of Justice, Giant Slayer, True Gauntlet, Rabadon, you name it. You only need 2 Legionnaires, and I do believe that by far the best one in that case would be the Aurelia. Just because it's such a good unit, and actually while rolling for the Yasuo and the Lee Sin, because they're both 3 cost, you might want to try to 3-star the Aurelia as well, because it's a fantastic unit. Insane unit. After that, it's just a matter of tanky items. I like having the tanky items on my 3-star listing. That is, if you can 3-star the listing. If you can have a Frozen Heart or more mana on a Diana, it's fantastic. If you do not need the Mystic or Gwen, you can put Assassin with maybe the Viego. And oh boy, if you have mana items on this thing, this is gonna do a ton of damage. Okay, so anything that the Diana hasn't finished in the Yasuo will, and we get a lot of resets. This unit is insane. You're just gonna adapt to basically what's in the lobby. If you need Ironclad, there you go. You have the Nautilus. It's pretty flexible. This is the core, I think, of the composition. 4 Ringer, 2 Legionnaires, and the Yasuo with those 2 items. Now, as far as best Radiant items, honestly, it depends. It depends how many bows you had already on the Yasuo. At that point, I would hopefully you have already the RFC. So if you do get the Radiant Runans, please, by all means, go for it. Insane items, 110% of your attack damage. That will be true damage. You know. Go ahead, it's insane. If you get an AP item, Hand of Justice, Last Whisper, Rabadon, any AP item, like, fantastic, just go for it. If you already have those items, you will need the tanky items, most likely on the Listen. And I mean, the tanky items, they're all good, to be honest. You know, the Stone Plate, Dragon Claw, Bramble, GA. If you have Frozen Heart, it's a no-brainer. Just put it on a Diana. She's almost gonna insta-ult. They are not gonna attack. They're gonna get killed. Fantastic. Probably the best Radiant items if you already have kind of full items here. But that's basically how the comp should look like in a late game. You can have the Nautilus, you can add Mystic if you need, just depend on the lobby. Now I need to mention this. I've seen, surprisingly, this version of Yasuo going around, and it's actually doing better than what most people think. It's getting first. This thing right here is getting first. Abomination Yasuo. Yeah, that's just another way to play the game. If you do not hit those carries, because, well, let's be honest, there are those rerollers going around with the misfortunes, even spell wielders I've seen a bit recently. If you can hit the Abomination unit, by all means, right? You can 3-star the Yasuo, potentially the Lulu and the Nunu. Great, go for it. The items are the same. You might want, for this to work, tanky items on the Abomination, not the usual rune and Whisper. You want the Abomination to be a tank, and to do damage, of course. So if you have maybe the Shadow, I was gonna say, the Radiance and Fire on the Nunu, and something else on the Brand and Kalista, fantastic. The Yasuo will have more than enough time to kill everything. Great composition. The plan is the same for starter Yasuo at 7 and the other 3 costs that you play. Now these are all the potential item orders that you can use before you hit 1 Yasuo. There's many. They all have their purpose. If you do have Renans, of course Vayne is great. Kalista will attack multiple units. Varus, Ashe will stand faster. Tristana will do more damage. I mean, they all scale pretty much with RFC Renans here, right? They're all really good, depending on what opponent you hit, if it's Legionnaire, if it's Assassin, Skirmishers, Dawnbringers even, with these two, Rangers here, and Aliens. Yeah, you should be able to hit one of those, and you can definitely put those items on those units right here. There is also Olaf. Now it just gives you an example of how a game can look like, where I'm like, okay, this should be, or can be, a Yasuo game. I usually sum the Renans first before the RFC, because RFC you're basically restricting yourself to only play Yasuo, and well, I like to play Flex. So Renans will fit on Aphelios, on Draven, on Lucian is okay, it's not the best, but it would work. So I would slam the Renans early, put it on a Tristana, great unit here. So this can be an example here where if I do have another bow and, for example, I hit the RFC after the 2-5 carousel, having the multiple bows, I'm like, okay, this should be a Yasuo game. And in that case, all you need now is to go to level 6. And once you do hit 6, depending on, you will need to roll a lot, but you will hopefully by then hit this unit right here and this unit right here. Those will be the two units that you need. The Renans, the RFC, and then it's just depending on what you hit. If you hit maybe a Clad along the way, maybe a Nikarim, you have your front line. There you go, you're done. If you do not hit this, but you hit maybe a Knight, maybe Trash, fantastic, you have Forgotten as well. It's just whatever you hit, just as long as it is front line, I believe would be best, you're good to go. Otherwise, you can also use the Abomination example that I showed earlier. From there, it's pretty easy. You will need to hit the Aurelia also, and then you just slowly upgrade the board. You're gonna take this out, you're gonna take this out, you're gonna have it with Rel, you're gonna have your Nightbringers get to 4 as early as possible, because it's a big spike actually from 2 to 4 for the Yasuo. You put the Rel at the opposite side of Yasuo, so you get some shields, the Aurelia here, and you're basically good to go. Fantastic you need to add here, of course, is the Jax, because you hit Skirmishers as well. And it will be your secondary carry in the end. So, but yeah, this is just one example of the game. Yasuo is very good, guys. You should definitely play it. Let me know if you do have any questions. Otherwise, I will see you guys next time.